are built in every city and rural areas and like this. You should be aware of the fact that those base stations nowadays also are operated manually. हर एक बेस स्टेशन को 200 liters approximately diesel लगता है, consume करता है per day. If thousands of such base stations are present over there in Maharashtra itself, then what is going to happen? How much diesel we are consuming per day? Instead of that, if we can make that functionality software defined, then it is going to save our energy. It is going to save manual, kind of things. It is also going to make your system more reliable because if manual intervention is there, then there is possibility of error. If you have done everything automated and programmed, then there will not be any errors in your system. Then visible light communication. Up till now, whatever spectrum bands are available to us, those are not sufficient for light communication because every day there is many appliances are coming into market, and for that purpose, if I want to have a cell phone, if I want to get internet connectivity over there, then I will need certain frequency band for this. But your frequency bands are fixed, they are not going to increase. Although mobile communication, mobile computing appliances are increasing day by day. So for that purpose, we need to take care of these things, how to deal with these kind of situations. So for that purpose, visible light का जो spectrum होता है, that we can make use for a communication also. So many people are working on this. Then augmented reality. Augmented reality is nothing but machine-to-machine communication. Although we have made large amount of progress in wireless communication, then also nowadays also we are doing many operations manually. If I have a cell phone, I have to operate it manually. If I have a laptop, I have to program it manually. If I have washing machine at my home, then I have to program it manually. If I have refrigerator, उसको तो कोई automation उसमें है नहीं. Rest of the things, whatever appliances or gadgets I am going to have, all those should be operated by me according to initially I need to think on my brains, and then according to the actions will be taken place by my hands, and then they will be operated. Instead of that, if I suppose for example if I wear a goggle and वो goggle को अगर कोई sensor मैंने लगा के रखा है तो that sensor will sense whatever is happening in my mind, what activity I want to do next. Then if it can sense and it can give accordingly the instructions to the objects whichever are present over there, and if those objects are able to control the things, if those objects are able to communicate by themselves, then and then only machine to machine communication will happen. घर में बैठे बैठे it will be very good for me if in my kitchen it might happen that two robots are present over there. If I give certain instructions and they will prepare food for me, that will be very nice for me, and I'll get more time for my studies. So this kind of thing you can think about, but don't think that the robots will make your studies and they will give you papers and exams. Okay. Now wireless robotics. Wireless robotics, जैसे मैंने आपको अभी बोला कि किचन में मेरे 2 robots हैं घर में. So if I am giving certain instructions to them, they should operate in collaboration with each other. So one robot should be able to give instruction to other, and other should be able to sense those instructions and work accordingly. So this is nothing but wireless robotics. Then green ICT. Information and communication technology, whatever we are making use of nowadays, is consuming lot of energy and it is creating lot of pollution. जैसे मैंने आप लोगों को बोल दिया है कि almost every person in India, working person, has a 4-wheeler. आप लोग भी बाइक चलाते हो. You know that you are fueling your bike and it is creating pollution in the air, like carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide, nitric gases they are eliminating, and it is adding to pollution. Another pollution I would like to tell you people is that हमारे घर में e-waste बहुत सारा है. See, whenever we have started our mobile communication, I remember that तब से हम लोगों ने मोबाइल परचेस करना शुरू किया. हम लोग मोबाइल लेते हैं तो for 2-3 years almost we are making use of it, and after that we are getting fascinated about new version of mobile and we buy it, and पुराना वाला भी घर में रहता है, नया वाला भी हमारे घर में रहता है. The thing is that our home contains lot of such e-waste which are of not use for us, but we cannot destroy it. Tape recorders are there in our homes, उसके cassettes हैं, then तुम्हारे वीडियो प्लेयर्स हैं, MP3 प्लेयर्स आर देयर, तुम्हारे पुराने टेलीविजन्स होंगे, रेडियोज होंगे, तुम्हारा पुराना ज़माने में क्या होता था, वॉकमैन होता था, मेरे घर में तो बहुत सारे, देन तुम्हारा डिजिटल डायरी होता था, that kind of stuff, पेजर्स होते थे, and these kind of devices, a simple mobile phone ही ले लो. हर किसी घर में 2-4 मोबाइल वैसे ही पड़े रहते हैं, we are buying new and then what to do with these kind of stuff. उनको फेंक भी नहीं सकते और उनको डिस्ट्रॉय भी नहीं कर सकते और उनको यूज भी नहीं कर सकते. think about, while manufacturing the device itself, we should think about what at the end of life of these particular instrument. It should be getting properly destroyed. क्योंकि हर ह्यूमन में क्या होता है, हम बर्थ लेते हैं, देन यंग हो जाते हैं, we are doing certain jobs, and at the end of life we are getting dissolved into soil, you know. So this is the natural law, and we are going against the law. We are manufacturing such electronic devices which are not able to get destroyed. So that is going to create lot of e-waste over there. So this is nothing but comes under green ICT. Then nanocore architecture for 5G. Now 5G is coming to reality. What is nanocore? What is 5G? 5G is basically will be the convergence of all the advanced wireless networks which are present nowadays. What I mean is regular adapt network, wireless sensor networks, cognitive radio networks, and visible light communication. Everything will be converged into each other, and then your 5G is going to come into reality. That means मेरा vehicle का अगर कोई band है, वो spectrum band है, that I should make use of that band for my wireless communication also, if it is needed. So that kind of stuff should happen over there. So for that purpose, nanocore is coming into market, because nanocore is nothing but a very small core which can take care of multiple processing capabilities and parallel processing. See, nowadays whatever cell phone we are having, it contains only one processor. If multiple set of processors are present over there, then work will be parallelly distributed, and then sequential के बजाय parallel processing can give you higher data rates. So this is one important issue. Then security and privacy for wireless communication. If I am using wireless gadgets, electronic gadgets, and if they are not secure enough, if mobile के ऊपर अगर मैं कोई बैंक का ट्रांजेक्शन करती हूँ, उसके ऊपर अगर हैक हो जाता है मेरा आईडी या पासवर्ड या whatever kind of stuff, या जो कोड लगता है वो IFSC या ट्रांजेक्शन वाला कोड, वो अगर लीक हो जाए तो what is the use of this wireless technology? So for that purpose, my privacy should be maintained over there, and the system should be secure for me. Then physical layer techniques. New techniques are coming in modulation and channel coding and then source coding, and then different kind of issues like how to deal with your channels, bands, and that kind of stuff. So there are many type of areas are there. So research में बहुत कुछ है करने के लिए. So ये तुमको सिर्फ glimpse I have given for your paper presentation. Right? अगर कोई paper present करना चाहता है, लिखना चाहता है, तो you can go for this, and then you can contact me also. Go to first slide. I have written my mail ID over there, and that's all from my side. If you have certain queries, you can ask me the questions on this. Was it useful?